Hey guys, it's just Mike with Old Crow Outdoors, and just back with another micro crawler review here. And this is the SCX30 K10 Chevy pickup. And I'm not going to go over all the tech specs and stuff because at this point it's been out for a while, and there's been a lot of people that reviewed that part of it. So if you want to find that information, there's plenty of other videos, but this is not so much a video as my first impressions, as I just got this truck here today and took it out. It's snow here. We still have snow on the ground here in Minnesota, so there's not a lot of good spots for it. And I don't have an indoor course yet, but that's in process. So first impressions is this little truck. It's a really nice looking little truck. I like these old style truck bodies from back at this period of time. I'm old enough where these were pretty common style trucks when I was growing up, so I really like them. They're really nice looking trucks. And the body is pretty scale. A lot of the details with the lights and everything, and the shapes of the body and all that. It's really a nicely done body kit on this. So yeah, that's a big thumbs up there. I mean, and then the other thing too is with everything going up in price with in the hobby right now, for $100 you get this really nice looking RC truck that is actually very capable for how small it is. And the tires that come with it are actually pretty well, work pretty well and everything. So you could take this thing right out of the box and go out and do some crawling with it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's one of the big things I get out of this 1/30th scale truck here, is that it's a good value for the amount of money you're paying for it. It looks really cool, and everything on it works, really well, just from this first impression here. So at first, when I heard they were coming out with these 30 scale ones, I thought, well, these are going to be so tiny, they're just going to be like toy grade, and what are you going to do with them? They're going to be too tiny to do anything with. And I thought, there's no way you're going to be able to do anything outside with these, because usually when you go crawling outdoors, you have to have, a larger scale. You can do it with 24, but 18s are probably best if you're talking micro crawlers. Are probably the best of the small crawlers outdoors. But what I found out with this, just going out for the first time today, is these 30th scale crawlers, actually, if you are creative and look around, you can find a lot more outdoor crawling spots for these things, because like this area I'm at now, I spent an hour, went through about 2 batteries on it, going around basically the base of a tree, this in its roots here, on an old burned out patch of a park. They burnt the grass and foliage down last fall, so it's a burn spot. But this is all basically around one tree and its roots and stuff, and then also another tree that they had cut down and hadn't removed all of the wood yet from last fall. So there's basically two spots that are probably like 10-foot circles that I found that were really pretty excellent crawling spots here for it. So, and yeah, you could do a 24th scale in that area too, but I think it wouldn't have been much of a challenge with this place that I was at. If you had a 24th or an 18th, they would just crawl up everything very easily. So with this truck, it turned those spots that weren't going to be good crawling spots for any other crawler into actually a pretty fun crawling experience. So I was proven wrong there, that I didn't think that these would be very good outdoors. And actually now I'm thinking, you know what, there's actually possibility of having some more scale trail crawling with these than I would have thought too. So like, this is some of this that I was doing here, I didn't film all of it, but it was kind of a little bit of a scale trail crawl, and more of some of these sections more than a straight up rock crawl, because there wasn't really a lot of rock around here. It was mostly crawling over roots and stumps and stuff like that. But you can definitely do some trail crawling with these things too, so that was a good thing to find. The problem is like you're not going to be walking that much because they're so small. So like the thing I like about my 1/10 scales is if you go trail crawling, you kind of get to go on a walk too with it, and then you can go along at a pretty good pace walking while you're crawling from one section to the next. But you're not going to do that with these, but you can do the similar idea where it's not so much gnarly rock crawling as it is trail crawling. You can do that with these too, I think. So it turned out to be way more versatile than I was thinking it would be, which was a plus. The other thing is with the electronics, like this is pretty typical though. Like even the SCX24 and Red Cat Ascents and all that, the stock electronics are kind of jumpy. They're the slow crawl isn't very smooth and that sort of thing. But I mean, it works. It definitely works. You can crawl and have plenty of fun doing it. But like in those if you're going to do some really technical crawling, the slow speed control on the wheel speed is, definitely lacking. One thing I did find out though is if you turn down on the remote that comes with these, the stock one, I think it's an SL2 that comes with these. If you turn down the throttle from 100% to like 75 or 50%, it kind of takes out a little bit of that. It'll be a little better. You'll lose a little wheel speed, so if you need wheel speed, it probably will hurt you there, but you can always just flip the switch and go back to 100 in a spot where you need wheel speed. So that's one thing to think about and try out. But it seemed to me like if I turned it down to 50% where I really needed the slow crawl, it would slow crawl a little better. So that you can do that. I guess the other thing too is with this, I think it has the 65T motor in it versus the 88 that's in the other ones, so it's a little bit higher geared, and that's probably partly why this one seems like it's a little more jumpy and a little less slow speed control on the wheel speed. I haven't tried yet one of the other ones with the other motor in it, so maybe those are better. It very well could be better. But overall, though, it still works very well. I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I spent the whole hour out here just crawling around with it. And I thought it was going to be like a 15-minute thing, and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to go home and build a indoor course that's neat, that suits just this, and that's what I'm going to have to do if I want to use it to its best ability, but that turned out to be wrong. This thing definitely can handle outdoor crawling as well if you find the right spots. And you can turn some unused spots previously with your other crawlers into some actually pretty nice outdoor crawling spots. So yeah, now with these 1/30ths, now you could probably make a nice indoor course on like a 4x4 table too. So that's the other thing. You're going to be able to really, if you don't have much space at home to build an indoor course, you can just put this in the corner of your basement, a little 4x4 thing, and you can actually have a pretty good experience that way. So overall, first impressions is very good value for the money, more capable than expected in the outdoor crawling areas. Electronics, as usual, could use an update, but that's common with all of these. But the tires are good, looks great, very good value. Yeah, so for overall, I'm pretty impressed with this little truck and the value you get. And if you're looking to get into the hobby, I would definitely suggest this. But yeah, that's all I had for this time, for this quick first impressions. Thanks for watching. You have a great day. Got my boots laced up, half below. We're rolling out.
it's a country show. Friday night and the moon is high. Time to hit the town, let the good times fly. Raise your glass, let the music play. We're